recording. So today we will start with a new topic. So we are going to discuss GUI design in Java. And let me do share screen. Okay, here. So, admit. Okay, so what we will learn. So what we will learn is, let me put annotation. So in this new unit, what we will learn is JavaFX, okay, JavaFX. And it's like over here said, it's regarding GUI, okay. And before JavaFX is with the release of Java 8, okay. So before this, we use Swing and AWT, okay, so those two are the older versions for GUI, and JavaFX is newer ones. And JavaFX, it's support the rich internet applications, okay, so this we will see in this unit, it's regarding GUI, because so far, all of our discussions is basically console applications. Okay, so this is the general information we are going to cover in this unit. Just remember it's JavaFX. Okay, then can I just, no, I needed to stop here. And then let's see, let's move to this slide. Okay, so for the JavaFX, okay, JavaFX. So over here, generally speaking, if you take a look here, because it's GUI design, okay, hold on, let me do annotation. Okay, so I can change it to a different color, okay. So what over here we are going to discuss is about GUI. Okay, and we are going to use the JavaFX. That's the major package, okay. And GUI, so previously what all of our examples and problems, what we did is console application, is it? So for GUI, and just like right now, my slides, is this, so basically this is also GUI applications, is it? You have menus, is it? And generally speaking, for GUIs, is that you have, okay, you have all sorts of, like over here says, the UI controls, is it? So you see like a button, is it? Button, and you can click it, and then it does some reaction. So that's, we call it some UI, user. So here, you represent user, I represent interface, and G represents graphic, is it? So it's UI control means user interface, is it, controls. And like over here, we said like the button, button is a user interface controls, okay. And in this architecture, is it? And so let's see over here. So here we have the one that I just mentioned, the UI controls, is it? UI controls, and like if you learn web design, you can do label as a text, field, text input, button, checkbox, radio button, is it text area, like all of those, is it? So those are considered as UI controls. So in JavaFX, it's the same thing. It has the controls, like over here is a label, and we also have text field, a button, checkbox, radio button, text areas. Okay, and here says they are all subclass of the control class. Okay, control class. And for GUI, so like right now I'm doing kind of drawing, is it? Drawing, is it? So the drawing is, you can have different shapes, like a circle, is it? Like a rectangle, is a different shape. So JavaFX also support shape, is it? So shape, you can draw line, you can draw circle, you can draw ellipse, rectangle, polygon, is it? And here's its text are also subclass of shape, okay? And a lot of time, is it, on a application, you also see some pictures, is it? So it also supports image, okay? So for the image, it's image view, so you can see image, is it? So display an image, okay? So this is also a class. So generally speaking, okay, over here. And we can also see the shape and image, it belongs to the node, is it? And the control, then it's under parent, is it? So those are classes, okay? And over here, you may see another thing, it's called pane, is it? It's called pane. And this pane is a class, okay? And so pane, generally speaking, it's for layout. It's for layout, okay? Later on we will see, okay? And the subclass of pane, it provides a different kind of layout so that you can put controls and shapes and the image views on the layout, okay? So like over here, that supports flow pane, grade pane, border pane, H-box, ver box, and stack pane, okay? So different kind of layout for you, okay? So that you can arrange your controls or shapes or images. So this is the hierarchy, okay? Then next, let's see. Let me put a different one. Okay, so in JavaFX, when we design, it's kind of, when you do the design, it's kind of a layered way you arrange all of the controls, or we call nodes, on the windows. It's because basically, just like right now, this is a window, is it? And then a window, you can arrange different nodes on the window. Is that how do we do all of this? So in JavaFX, the bottom layer, like over here, is the outermost rectangle, is it? It's represent, we call it a stage. Okay, so this is basically when you do the design, it's kind of the lowest layer you are going to put it. Okay, so it's a stage. So this is kind of like mimic a play, is it? For a play, you need to arrange a stage, is it? Then on top of it, what do we have? Is like over here, that's it's a scene. Okay, so it's similar as a play, that you have stage. That's not a, you need to arrange a certain thing, as it is. So similar here. So on top of it, you will arrange a scene. Okay, but we're saying, how do you arrange all of the GUI components, is it? So you want to arrange of them horizontal or vertical, is it? or in grade or stack over each other, etc. So how are you going to arrange everything? So that's regarding on top of thing. On top of thing, we have the third one, we call it pane. Is it? Generally speaking, you can arrange a pane or parent. Is it? So that's go to the third. Okay, go to the third, the top. And so this is for layout. For layout. Is it? And once you have layout, then you can put your controls, as all we call nodes, like over here. This may be a text box, is it? Yeah, so it may be a text field or text area, is it? And this may be a button, is it? And you may also have label, is it? Or you can do some drawing here, some shape showing here, is it? So that's generally when we design a JavaFX, we arrange it in this kind of layer. Okay, so the bottom is a stage, and then on top of it, you arrange the thing, and then you can arrange some pane control, etc. And on top of it, then you can arrange different nodes. So nodes can be controlled, etc. And it can also be shape or some image. Okay. So this is a general idea about JavaFX. So next, let's take a look at an example. Okay. This example. Someone didn't turn off your audio. Can you turn off your audio? Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the example. Okay, so the first example, and this example we will say, okay, we use grade pane. Okay, and to use JavaFX, you will see it. You need to import a lot of. Maybe I change the color. Okay, so you need to kind of import a lot of package. You see here, it's all with JavaFX, is it? So here you see the same, is it? But the same class is under the same package. Is it? So under same you also have control, is it? And like over here for button specific control, is it? You need to import them. Okay, text field, the label, is it? And then, so this you can see the button, text field, label, the belong control package, is it? And we also see like a text, is it? The text is under the text package, is it? And over here we also see the layout, is it? Layout package. So for layout, we have grade pane. And we also have stack pane, is it? And over here, that's regarding the stage. Is it? That's the lowest level, is it? So generally speaking, remember I mentioned before, is it? So the bottom will be, so the first will be stage. So you arrange a stage as a single stage application or multiple stage application, is it? Then on top of it, you are going to add thing, is it? So you're going to provide some space, is it? And then on top of it, you can provide some pane. Is it? So this is for layout. Okay, like over here we said, it's a grade pane. It's some kind of layout so that you can put your controls like the button, text field, etc. Of those. Okay, and we also have geometric to specify like where it is. Okay, the position. Okay, and some, so this all count as pixels, etc. So this is later on we will see in our examples. Okay, so this is some internal when you place your control, you need to have some space, etc. So those will take care of that. And the text. So for text, you can also specify different font, etc. And when you do draw, you can also specify color, etc. So those are all of the class or packages that you need to import, okay? But you don't need to worry, okay? Because a lot of time when you need any specific controls, if you don't remember the complete package, automatically it can give you recommendations that, and you can just import it. Okay, so that's regarding the general packages and class we needed to import. Okay, so next let's take a quick look of the general structure. So it's still in this application, I only have this single Java file that JavaFX application 01.java file. So I have this JavaFX application 01 class, that, but be careful here is it extends application. Okay, so it extends application. So this is different from what we learned before, okay? And then let's see. So over here, you have the main method, is it? Within the main, so it's called launch. So we don't need to worry, okay? Whenever we create an application, it will, so if we select JavaFX application, it will automatically generate the framework for us, okay? And then let's see, over here, the major thing is it is we need to override the start method. Okay, for the start method, the parameter is what? Is stage. Okay, the stage. And because this application is a single stage application, okay, so that stage will be controlled by this parameter name is called primary stage. Okay, primary stage. Okay, so the stage, like I said, it's a lowest level that you needed to arrange this. So for the stage, in this case, we call it set title method. So you give your application a title. So just like a lot of applications, it has that title on the top left. Is it so similar for this case? Okay, so this one we say, oh, the title for this JavaFX welcome, is it? So we have this stage set up, is it? And what the next part do is over here, we create a grade pane object. So this is grade pane. So what is grade pane? So based on the name, you can guess, is it? So this kind of you divide the pane, is it, into some grade, is it? And then you have row and you have column, is it? And then on each of the cell, you can arrange your controls. So you can put your controls. And this is going to be nice, is it? Because then it can be, your control can be arranged at a certain cell. You just need to specify, is it which cell you're going to insert. And for the control, it can also across multiple cells, okay? So that's also okay. So this is grade pane, okay? Grade pane is kind of it arrange cell in row number and the column number. And the first is that, okay, where you're going to assign, is it in your scene? So here it says, okay, I'm going to assign it at the center of my window, okay? And what here does is the gap, okay, horizontal gap and vertical gap with how many pixels, is it? And then set padding, is it? So padding is also the space, is it? You need some space, is it? Internally, is it? So like the space, is it? So those space. So this is insets is what? It's inside offsets. Offset. Anyway, it's just some space. Okay, you don't want to crumple off them together as or one over the other. As you want to leave some space when you place your control. Is it? So over here, I create this grade pane. Okay. And then next, let's see. Then the next part is, so over here, I create a text. The text I said this is also an object, okay? An object of a text. And what the text going to have is welcome, okay, the welcome. And then you can, because it's a text, you can set the font. Okay, I said, okay, I'm going to use Tahoma font, is it? And the size of the font, is it? And the weight, is it? And here, did you see? Then you are going to add this text into that grade pane, is it? So because over here, we have this grade pane, is it? This grade pane. And over here it says the text, welcome, is it? So this is the row number and the column now. The first one is column. The second one is row, Okay, so over here it says, I'm going to arrange it at the first row and the first column, is it? So over here it's the first row and the first column. Okay, so then you will have that welcome text in this specific cell, is it? And for this case, it says it's going to span 2 columns. Okay, span 2 columns and 1 row, is it? So that's why this text field will take the whole row, okay, and take 2 columns. That's for this first control, okay. The second control is a label, okay. And what the label has is username. So you will have, okay, username. Okay, so where it is going to be, so you're going to add it to the grade pane, is it? It says, okay, I'm going to add at the first column. So this is column 0, is it? And row 1, so this is row 1, this is row 0, is it? So row 1, is it? And then what next is going to do is add a text field object. It's called user text field. So text field is, then you can input some text. You can take some input, is it? And where it is going to be, it's going to be at the second column, is it? And the first row, is it? So over here, you see, for the grade plane, for the grade pane, the nice thing is, then you can specify, is it, where you're going to add into the grade pane, is it? Okay, the next one is still a label. It's called password. Okay, password, is it? And it's going to add to the first column and the third row, the third row. And also you can see the arrangement. Okay, the arrangement is the top left kind of serves at 0, 0, is it? So in graphic, the coordinate system is not like your math coordinate system, okay? So the coordinate system, so the arranger is at the top left of your screen, okay, of screen. Okay, so in graphic, the coordinate system is like this. Okay, and this is the y. Okay, so not like in math, is it? So just remember. So that's why over here 0, 0, the grade also the top left. Okay. And what the next one is called a password field. So JavaFX has specific control for password, okay, called password field. And you can arrange it to the next, is it to the next. And later on, what we have is we also have, there we are going to add a button, is it? So you create a button. But here the case is a little bit of complicated, is it? So we already add welcome, is it? That's the very top, the text, is it? And then we have some username, is it? Username. And the corresponding text field. Then we have that password, is it? And we have a corresponding password field, is it? And over here, we are going to create a button. And after button, did you see we have H box? H box, be careful, it's also a layout. It's not a control, okay? Button is control. Button is control. So H box is a layout, okay? So you create a H box. And for the H box, then says it's going to position at where? At bottom right, is it? And then did you see we are going to add the button? We are going to add the button to the box, okay, to this layout. So what over here, even though you didn't see, is it? So we are not going to see, we are going to run and you will see, even though you didn't see it, is it? You didn't see it, but this is the H box layout. And with this layout, then you are going to add that button, is it? That's the button. And then did you see, you can also add this H box to the layout, to the grade pane layout, is it? On top of it, is it? So you can also do this. And for the H bar, how do we add the button to the H box layout? You can call the get children and then add. Okay, so the panes, they have the get children method. Okay, get children method. And after that, then you can just one by one add your control on top of it. Okay, and so over here, where it's going to add, as it says, okay, I'm going to add at row 5th, basically. Okay, but it's counted as row 0, so it's row 4, is it? But it's the 5th row, is it? So between the password and it, we have some space, is it? And the last one is also a text, okay, a text. And for this text, you are also going to add it somewhere here. Is there somewhere here? Okay, and this text is also defined as final, okay? So that means this text will refer to this specific object, okay? But you can still add something on this text, okay? It's just the reference won't be changed. That's what this final means. Okay, so we get some idea of the layout. So basically the layout kind of done, is it? And what next? So we are going to come back here later, okay? So then did you see? Oh, yeah, please.
There was a question in the chat.
Oh, okay. Let me stop sharing, is it? Chat. Do we have to? Oh, you don't have to. That's not a mandatory. Okay, you can also directly add a button to the grade pane. That's perfectly fine. Okay, that's not a mandatory. Here we put the H box and add a button. It's just try to show when you do the layout design, it's not mandatory you just have a single grade pane or single flow pane. You can also combine different layout on one scene. Okay, so that's the idea. Let's go back here. Is it? So we just mentioned the very bottom is you arrange the stage. Is it on top of the stage? Is it you arrange a scene? Is it? So here we create the scene object. We call it new scene. Is it? And the scene, you also specify how wide and how tall it is. Is it? So 300 pixel, this means the width. The 275 means the height, okay, of the scene. Okay, so basically it's your application's window size. Is it? And then, because you need to add the scene on top of the stage, is it? How do we do it? So you call the set scene. Is it a set scene? Is it? And previously we also say you also need to add a layout on top of scene. Is it? So that's how we add the grade pane to the scene. Is it? So for the grade pane go to the scene, you can use the constructor, since constructor, then you add that grade pane to the scene. Is it? And to display this application window, you do, this is mandatory. You need to call the stage data show, okay? Otherwise you won't be able to see the windows, okay? And we can try to run and to let you take a look at the result, okay? Running this result. So we run it. And did you see, so this is different from our previous application, is it? In our previous application, we don't have this GUI stuff, is it? Everything is just in console, is it? But now it's different, is it? We don't have the output. We have this window. This basically is an application, is it? Just like a Word is an application, PowerPoint is an application. This is also Windows application, is it? And on this application, did you see we have this this JavaFX welcome, is it? So this is what? This is that title, you remember, is it? And then this is our grade pane, is it? Grade pane.
I don't think we can see the window.
Oh, you cannot see? Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on, okay. You cannot see, but you can see my code, is it? Can you see? That's interesting. How do I show? So anyway, so can you see now?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, now you can see. Okay, so anyway, so I need to repeat again. so this is the application. Is it? Can you see? I'm moving this window, this app. Can you see it?
So are you like dragging the window?
Yeah, I'm dragging the window.
Yeah, we can't see that.
You cannot see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows us the whole window.
Okay, and then I'm not going to moving it. Okay, so anyway, so this is window, is it? Application. And the size, is it? You remember we also defined the size. So it's not a full screen size application, is it? And if you take a close look of this application, you will see at the top, we have that title, is it? So this is the application title, is it? And then over here, this is our basically that thing and the grade pane. Oh, why it's gone? And this is the grade pane, is it? Oh, why it's? So this is the grade pane layout, is it? On the layout, then we have, this is the text, is it? And for these two are the labels, is it? And here we have, this is the text field. And this is a password, is it? And here we have that horizontal box layout, but we didn't see it, but we did see this button, is it? So this is a button. Okay, and then let's see. I'm not sure if you can see it, just let me know. Right now, I'm going to click the button, okay? Then you let me see if you can see something. I click the button. Did you see something? The red text below? Yes. Oh, okay, yeah. So you can see it, is it? So once I click the button, did you see I have some red text output, is it? So over here, so the button also react to some actions, is it? To some actions. And this is the text box. So for the text field, you can do some input, is it? But right now, we didn't program whatever input with our application. It's just some plain input, is it? But you can also see the difference between the plain text field and the password. For password, you cannot see what you typed, is it? And if you click the button, it will. So over here, what the button will do is it will output some text, is it? Okay, so we have some basic idea of, so I'm going to stop sharing screen, okay, and let me get rid of that one, and then reshare the code window. So go back to this code window, is it? So we kind of get the idea. So previously, all we discussed is regarding a simple GUI layout, is it? So we design the layout and you arrange all of the controls on the layout, okay? And next, I want to first show you how to create a GUI application. So can you see my NetBeans? So right now my mouse is on file. Can you see it? And now, yes. Okay, so let me see. Okay, I click, why it's not working? That's interesting.
I don't think you can select things while you've got the markup on. Is that?
Yeah, it won't work. That's interesting. Because let me stop sharing again, try it again to see. Now I can, yeah. So what I'm trying to show you is, so let me try on my end first. Let me get this here. Looks like it won't support a dynamic way. Okay, I'm resharing, okay. Resharing. Can you see, right now, I bring up the new project window. Can you see this part?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So anyway, you all know how to create a new project, is it? In NetBeans. So you click the new project, is it? But in the past, you remember what you do, you go to default Java, is it? Java application, is it? Then we have the console application, is it? And over here, we move to JavaFX, is it? So when you create a new project, you do JavaFX instead of the Java, okay? So I will try, but I'm not sure if you can see, okay? So I select then JavaFX application, okay? So you see here, JavaFX application, is it? And then you can do next, is it? You can do next. And you can select a place, is it? To start. So let me, can you see what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay, good then. Then I cannot see folder. Okay, I cannot see folder. So let me just temporarily leave this here. Is it? Oh, I cannot do any input. So anyway, so over here, so the idea is instead of select this Java app, you need to select JavaFX and then JavaFX application, okay? And then you go to next and you select, just like what you did in the past, you select a folder and then give your JavaFX application a name, okay? And then you can create the object. You can create the project, okay? Just like what I have. Now can you see my code?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, then the last part for this program is, you remember I click the button, is it? And then some text come out, is it? So how that happens? So for the button has a method called setOnAction. Okay, setOnAction. So this method then can do something. And you don't need to worry, we will later on explain all of this, okay? But temporarily over here, basically this is a lambda expression. And it's a very useful idea, okay? When we do a lot of event handling, okay? So in Java, lambda expression is quite useful, okay? So anyway, so this is some events, is it? And anyway, so this is some parameters, okay? For some method, okay? And then within the curly brackets, is it? So what you are going to do, this is our text, is it? The output text. You said, okay, I want the text be set as certain color. So here you set the color. And what the text going to be, you say, oh, sign in button pressed, is it? And you can also see all of this code is embedded within the parentheses. This is kind of weird, is it? Because we never see this, is it? In the past, all you see is the method parentheses, is it? And you plug in with argument, is it? And then you call semicolon, is it? So that's how you invoke a method, is it? But over here, you see to fill in with this bunch of things. So that's a lambda expression. So temporarily, anyway, I already explained is whatever you want thing to happen with you click the button, then you can put that part of code within the curly brackets. So over here is you want to output some text, is it? And the text is going to be set as certain color and be certain text, okay? So that's what we are going to do for the button click, is it? So this whole thing is called event handling. Event handling, is it? What is this event? This event is button click. Button click event, is it? And because it's a handling, is it? So there is some event handler, is it? So whatever is the event handler is going to be passed to this method called setOnAction, is it? So button control has the event listening. So this is because you have event handle, that you also need to have event listening. Event listening, is it? So the set on action, basically it handles the events, is it? And it's triggered by the button click events, okay? So that's later on we will focus on study of this. So that's the general idea about JavaFX. And so it's almost the end of today's class. So today we have the quiz question is, quiz question is, we learned for the application, as if a JavaFX application, the application's components going to have what? The bottom, we need to have what? You need to have the stage, is it? And then on top of it, then you need to have scene, is it? And then on top of scene, generally speaking, is you put some layout. And then on top of layout, you have all of the controls, or we call nodes, is it? On the layout. So your quiz question is, you just write these 4 components to build a JavaFX GUI application. Okay, so the 4 components that we learned today to compose a JavaFX application, the GUI part. So you can send your answer to the chat. You will see this part basically JavaFX. It's interesting. You can do a lot of things, but it's not that complicated. Okay, a majority of work will be the layout design. If you wanted to design a very good looking application. Okay. But we are also going to learn the event handling. Okay, the concept is also very interesting because so far what we learned for our console application, there is no event handling. And also you can see that, so everybody send your answer to the chat. So I'm going to clear this part. And also you can see for the GUI application, the flow is different from what we learned before. It's not kind of statement by statement execution, is it? Because this is event handling, is it? So whatever the actions, it's triggered based on the user's events. Is it? Like in this case, you have the button can take some events, is it? And then if you program it to listen to the events and let it handle the events, then it will do something, is it? And you may have multiple, you may also have some mouse events needed to handle, is it? You may also have some events to trigger, like a text input, is it? Password input something, is it? So all of those. So those, then it's not just flow statement by statement, is it? Previously, what we learned for the console application, it's a statement by statement. It's follow that flow. But of course, if you have decision, and it can jump, is it? But generally speaking, is it? It's flow. Is it? We call kind of like a procedure programming. Is it? And here it's different. It's event programming. So it's depends a lot on how you program the events handling. Okay, so that's the general information. So everybody send out your chat, the quiz is the answer to the chat.